I just don't think at this age and
seconds to go in the fight. Left hand.
The right hand side is scarlet.
No fabulous. Not the five.
Oh man, all right, we on. I am here with the unfortunately kind of semi-avoided. This man's name is Zach Stiller. He has been in the ring with a lot of probably some of your favorite fighters, sparring camps and things like that. He's trying to get himself there, but sometimes this is the part of boxing that a lot of people that we do not get a chance to see. And this part is just simply is finding a fight. And that's the hard. And then the unfortunate circumstances of finding a fight where things necessarily don't go right. This is the part that we need to speak about in the sport of boxing, how it goes. So I'm gonna let Zach take over from that point, man. What's going on, man? How you doing?
Good, man. Nice to sit down with you finally.
Yeah, man.
Been a while since I've seen you.
It's been a while, but nonetheless, here we are. You were supposed to fight this Friday here in Houston, but unfortunately, we have an injury.
Yeah,
you know.
Ended up hurting my knee. You know, it's something we can't control. You know, it was something happened. You know, I wasn't even in training at the moment, but you know, my knee gave out on me. Now the next stage is, you know, focus on figuring out what's exactly wrong with it,
right,
and then, you know, doing everything I can so I can get back as soon as possible.
What is the first, when you first feel like something happens, what is the first emotion that kind of goes through your head?
I've actually gone through this more than I would like.
Right.
To have, you know,
it's just the injury in itself that pulls you out of the fight.
Yeah. You know, the last fight that I had lined up, it fell through because they canceled the card completely. You know, 3 days before the fight. So, you know, you go through your own sentiments of that. You're like, damn, I was really looking forward to fighting in front of my fans and all that stuff. But then this time, it happens Monday. You know, I fight Friday. And, you know, now I had to pull out because of an injury, you know, and it's unfortunate because, you know, like, I know it's not the case, but a lot of times, like, the things going through my head, I feel like I'm letting everybody down. Mm-hmm. You know, I've been working so hard, like, on the physical, the mental, just the craft in general, and I want to be able to showcase that. And now that I don't get to showcase it, you know, it's unfortunate, like I said. It sucks that, you know, it has to come to this, but it is what it is. I can't control it. Now all I can do is focus on getting better, and, you know, moving forward.
Right. So with that process of getting better, this isn't like, unfortunately, like any other sport, right?
Yeah.
You don't fight, you don't get paid.
Right.
Like, that's a lot of things, like, the people, they don't see that aspect. They think fighters want to just pull out of fights just because and things like that. Especially in the early 80s like us. Or just, you know, they think like, oh, he'll be all right. He's a pamper baby. Nah, bro. I have to live to eat. So that's a myriad of emotions that you're also feeling as well.
Oh, most definitely, because, you know, like, I do this full time. Right. You know, I quit my job 3 years ago, and I've been like, this is my livelihood. You know, whether I'm going to camp with another fighter and helping them get ready, you know, trying to work and find sponsorships, and then just the fights in general.
Right.
You know, and a lot of times, you know, I don't get the call to be a B-side, you know, which a lot of times can be a little bit more money. You know, we're usually having to come out of pocket to pay for these opponents and stuff like that. So,
explain what the B-side part of it is.
Like, me being on B-side or
just in general, B-side in general?
Well, B-side, I mean, I just feel like a lot of times people try to use you. Say, like in my case, I can get the call to become a B-side. They're bringing me in for a stepping stone. That's the way I look at it. Mm-hmm. They want to use me as a stepping stone. My resume looks good. It'd be good to have my name on their resume.
Correct.
You know, so like that's, you know, on that side of things. You know, for me now in the position I'm in, I'm usually coming in A-side because we have to pay the opponents. Mm-hmm. You know, and a lot of times, you know, just because I think a part of it, if people see who I'm around, I am respectable when it comes to my skill set when I get in the ring, and people ask for a lot of money, you know, so like that slows down the process a little bit. I don't have any financial backing either, you know, so.
Like you said, being around people is what also puts a perception of opponents and things like that. Do you wish at times, like, it's like, man, I wish I wouldn't have took that picture with this person sparring, or I wish people wouldn't have heard I was with it. So that way you can still kind of sneak into things and do things for the cheaper amount, but it's unfortunate you can't do that because then you're not getting any exposure.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I never thought that, man. Like everybody I've been to camp with had given me a life-changing experience. You know,
Who all
whether
have you been in camp with? Some of the people, not everybody. Let me say.
Say Joseph Parker, Jared Anderson, Joe Joyce, F.A. Ajagba, Brian Jennings.
You've been in there.
Yeah, I've been in there with some great fighters, man. You know, highly talented, respectable fighters, world level fighters. You know, so people see that and they automatically assume like this person's this and that or has this. Yeah, you know, and that's not the case.
They don't realize, but I'm hungry just like you.
Exactly, man. I'm starving. So, but I wouldn't give up those opportunities for nothing because, you know, I've learned so much about myself going to those camps. I've learned more about boxing going to the camps, how to take care of myself better. You know, I get to see these guys set the example.
Right.
And I get to be around. And I try to be as involved as possible. So, going off the example they give, you know, I take everything valuable that I want to take out and I apply it to myself. So I would never give that up. You know, it is what it is. It's going to be hard. I mean, on paper, you know, it doesn't look great. I'm 6'4", usually walking around 270 in a southpaw. Like,
people, you know, you got all the negative things that don't nobody want to see.
Yeah, you know, so like,
who do you think gave you the best experience as far as like, what do you learn? What camp did you learn the best from?
I mean, I've taken something from everybody, you know, something specific from everybody. But I would say like, most recently going to camp with Joseph Parker, like it really taught me like
that was interesting
how to take care of myself better, you know, and like that was like when I started making better choices when it came to my diet, working smarter, not harder, paying more attention to my body, you know, on how I feel. So like that experience right there was, you know, it's changed my life, honestly. Like it's not like just making a small change. It's been like a lifestyle change, you know, going out there with him, meeting him and training with them. And, you know, they're just all good people, man. They do everything they can to help me out. So, man, I can still reach out to them now.
Anytime, you know, about to say that, you know what I'm saying? When we do go to these guys' camps, we do meet up with them like that, especially and we forge love in here, especially in the
for sure.
So it's something that you have for a lifetime, and it's something that nobody forgets. People think like,